Welcome back to Garage Gym Gains. I'm Ricky and this is home of the home gym review. What we do is we take a look at everyone's home gyms. The way that you get on the channel is through the link down below. Walks you through exactly how to get on here. But what we do is we talk about other people's home gyms, the things we like, the things we don't like, and then everybody that subscribes to the channel and watches the content gets to steal those ideas to make their own home gym better. So if you have a home gym, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any cool ideas. Today we're checking out Nick's 12x9 gym that cost him about 30 grand. That's not very much space, that's a lot of dollars. I'm excited to take a look at it. Let's get into it.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Nick and this is my home gym. I believe this is the greatest tiny gym ever, and that's because the dimensions of this place is 12 feet by 9 feet with 84-inch ceilings to the bottom of the beam here.
That is not a very big gym. I think mine was, I want to go 12 by 18-ish, and I thought that was pretty small, so 12 by 9 is half that. Not very big.
Not a lot of space, but if I can fit as much stuff as I did in here, then any room can be a home gym. I picked about the worst time in human history to try and build a home gym, which is pretty self-explanatory as to why. However, I somehow did it. It took me about 8 months to get everything, and I've had my home gym now for a little under a year. And I don't regret any part of it whatsoever. Also, wait to the end of the video because I might have cheated just a touch with the space to have even more things. So stick around, find out, see what it is. Okay, so this next part might be a little bit difficult to film as it is a small room, and it doesn't help that I crammed a lot into a very little. But I have three main pieces in this gym. First being my power rack. This is a Rep Fitness PR 5000. It is a 6-post rack. It is currently set up in a 4-post configuration with the weight storage on the side facing forward, which just makes getting weight on and off a little bit easier. Helps move it closer to the wall so I can still do deadlifts outside the rack out here. I can do bench off the front, and I can still squat inside, so I can still do my 3 main lifts. My bench is a Rep Fitness AB 5000. This is the 0 gap model. It is good for people that don't like any gap. I have a bunch of...
Rep makes some really high quality pieces for pretty affordable prices, as I always do. I gotta mention it because I'm a YouTuber now. Go through the links down below if you wish. That does support the channel when you're buying things. It's no extra cost to you. Just helps out your favorite creators. Which I might not be in there. So I guess use Gluck's affiliate codes. Use Gluck's or mine. Or Brandon's. Or anybody's. Just use somebody's. It really helps out the creative world.
Rep Fitness bumper plates, Rep Fitness iron plates, some attachments from both Rogue and Rep Fitness for it, like these ISO arms. But let's get to the second main piece. Okay, versatility is crucial when it comes to a home gym.
Very true.
Especially one that has space constraints such as this. A functional trainer is probably unmatched when it comes to doing a lot with a somewhat small blueprint. This is a Titan Fitness functional trainer. It's got 200-pound weight stacks on both sides, and just about any exercise that you can imagine, this will accommodate in some regards. It's not perfect for everything, but as far as accessory work, you're gonna be hard-pressed to find something that can probably do more than this single machine. So that's why this is the second kind of main piece in my gym. I am absolutely shocked that it fit down here.
I am very shocked that it's down there as well. And if you are in the market for a functional trainer, I would highly recommend that you get one. Awesome piece to have, super versatile, just like he said. Chest flies, push downs, you can do pull-ups on it. A lot of stuff. I know I only named like 4 or 5 things, but it's a great piece of equipment if it fits in your budget and you have the room for it.
I measured and measured and measured, and I bought it on a whim thinking, okay, well, I'll figure out somehow in order to get it in here, and it worked. Okay, like I said, versatility is absolutely crucial in a home gym, especially one of this size. So this is my third main piece. This is a Marcy Club home gym. It is their top of the line model with their highest weight stack. This has a low row leg extension, back press, front press, lat pull down. For these individual machines, I would have been out of space like that. So to have one machine that kind of does just about everything is perfect. It's a jack of all trades machine and a master of none. So it's not perfect for any one single one of these exercises, but in its entirety, it is a perfect complementary machine for working out. You can do just about everything on this machine. So that's why it's in this gym. Just to give an overview, this is the door to go into the gym. It says authorized people only beyond this point, meaning if you're going to go in the gym, make sure you're actually working out. I do have some adjustable dumbbells. They're the Bowflex 5 to 52.5s, just out here for dumbbell workout. But to give you a sense of what it looks like when you go in, that is what it looks like.
Okay, so from that angle, that's actually almost a little bit more space than I was originally thinking. That the first angle, I was like, how do you even train in there? Seeing it from that angle, it makes a little bit more sense. Obviously, it's super tight, but he does have a lot of room in there. Doesn't have a lot of room in there. Has a lot of things in there, and he has more free space than I thought he was gonna have. When we were on the angle that was right up to the rack, I was a little worried about like how you actually do anything in there. But there's obviously, you have a decent amount of space over here in front of the functional trainer. There's room enough, I would assume, like you said, to deadlift out here. Then you have the spot right here. I would imagine it's only him working out in there. It might get pretty tough if you have more than one people, but he's really maximized the space and you can still use everything that's in there. At least that's what it seems like. So let's see what else he has.
That is what it looks like. Alright, so let's take a quick look at my bars. This is by far my favorite bar. It is the Rogue Operator 2.0 bar. This is probably the best looking bar, in my opinion, out there, with this camo Cerakote finish. The knurling is fantastic on it. And it's probably got just about the coolest end cap of any bar out there. I'll flash a picture of it real quick.
That is pretty cool.
This is a piece of 3/4 inch conduit. It's for stretching. I have 3 Kabuki strength specialty bars. The Cadillac bar, the trap bar. This has the 2-inch love handles that rotate. Contrary to the name, there's nothing very loving about them. And then Kabuki strength transformer bar. So like I said, I want stuff to be absolutely as versatile as possible. This safety squat bar, super versatile. The trap bar, kind of versatile. And then the Cadillac bar, used for rows and bench. So yeah. Okay, so this is my wall storage. I don't know how well you can see, but let's go over everything real quick. So these are my Prime Fitness handles. We got the 4-in-1, 3-in-1, and 3-in-1 close grip. Like I said, versatility is key. So having something that has a bunch of different variations in one piece. Absolutely perfect. I got a bunch of different bands, pins, more cable accessories, my TRX system, my nylon belt from Rogue, Elite FTS belt squat, more bands, and some wrist wraps and jump rope. I also have, I know you probably can't see this, but I have spotter safety arms for the PR5000 along with the leg attachment for my AB5000 bench. Real quick, I want to touch on what this is. I wrote down a bunch of different exercises that I do on my rack, and I want to have everything be consistent. So I have whole space positions for every single piece of attachment that'll go on there, where everything lines up for different exercises and whatnot. That way I can just be consistent every time. And when you use one machine to do a lot, consistency is very important. Okay, real quick to go over everything that's on the rack itself. I have 2 Rep Fitness leg rollers, the ISO arms, flat sandwich J-cups. I do have the lower 1-inch J-cups too, just so I can get the west side spacing. I have the Rep Fitness bumper plates. I have 45s, 25. I have 135 back there just so I'm not discriminating. I have a bunch of iron plates. Like I said, my storage is on the side of the rack like this. I have strap safeties, the flip down safeties, the fat grips. I have a Rogue Monster landmine. The band pegs, I have 4 band pegs. Rogue leg roller. Some exercises I like using that better because it just tightens more. 12-inch utility pins and the 6-inch utility pins. These are probably the best collars out there. They are the Rogue Olympic collars. Those are the magnetic ones. And these are the non-magnetic ones. I got the non-magnetic ones first, and then I seen they came out with magnetic ones, so I figured I might as well get some of those as well. There is a ab roller. My other specialty bar, which is a Rogue Cerakote curl bar. It's probably the best feeling curl bar. It is heavier than a normal curl bar. It's, I think, 30 pounds, and it feels awesome. These are my loadable dumbbells. They are the Gainz dumbbells. Maybe overkill, but I had to add a little bit of fanciness to the gym.
A little bit.
These are the handles for the ISO arms. This is the clever belt jack. That thing is probably the most useful thing that you don't need. And then some just pins that I got for overloading on some exercises on the cable machines. As far as the functional trainer and all the accessories, came with a bunch of different accessories and whatnot. Handles of all kinds, the ropes, ankle straps, a bunch of different stuff. This is my belt, my leather belt that I use primarily on my actual heavy lifts. These are the probably what you get used the most on this, which are the Prime Fitness ROT8 handles. I think that's what they are. Something that's overlooked, you can see these posters in the background. So they're not necessarily for me, but they're a good thing to have because sometimes you're just lazy and you just don't know what else to kind of do. So you can just look up there and be like, okay, well, this is another kind of accessory workout, or this is something to do. And if I'm not the one using the gym, it's very helpful. Say if my brother or my sister want to use the gym, that way they have something to go on. They don't need to absolutely know absolutely everything. I have Rep Fitness slam balls and some odd ball, whatever that is. A Bosu ball for balance and stuff. This is an attachment that came with the Marcy gym. It's for preacher curl. So it goes in that little hole right there. I have kettlebells up to 80 some pounds, I think it is. TV, which actually gets a whole lot of use. It's something that just I keep on in the background. It just kind of drowns out the noise of everything. And then I have this printed off resistance chart, so as you can see, there's no weights on the actual stack at all. So this is nice just to be able to look at what weight plate it is and what the accommodating resistance is for it. Okay, so this is my storage cubby. Let's start at the bottom. Got a dehumidifier. It is a basement, so good thing to have. Barbell pad, boxes of a bunch of different stuff. There's a yoga mat down there, gloves, and more wrist straps and stuff like that. Rollers, so this is the Theragun roller, the Theragun Duo, and to the Solo, I think it is. Pins for my ISO arms. This is a Sonos speaker in this small a room. This thing is loud AF. This thing is, it's ridiculous for this size of room.
In a 12x9 room, I would assume that does sound pretty good.
My actual Theragun, I have all my different pieces for the bolts and screws and everything in that little box there. Remote for the TV. This is the Dot. I'm not going to say its name just so I don't trigger anybody. Clock, and then a temperature gauge, humidity gauge, a brush for the barbell, 3-in-1 oil, and disinfectant wipes. But yeah, so this is just where I store all my miscellaneous bits and bobs. And yeah, that's that. Alright, before we go on to the last few things that I have, if you guys are curious at all about any of the prices, how much I actually spent, what all is in here that I might not have covered, I've literally written down everything: cost, shipping, handling, taxes, literally everything on here in this room is on these pieces of paper. So if you do want to see that, see what kind of pain and suffering I went through, then let me know. I'd be happy to make any other additional videos on anything that any of you are curious about. And let's get to the last couple things. The last thing I want to point out real quick, I put this bar up here. I love doing dead hangs, and the ceiling height isn't super convenient, so I drilled a hole through here and put a half hole in on this beam over here. That way I can reach up here and I can actually do dead hangs, and it's just a good way of stretching. Okay, so this is a different room. Like I said, I cheated a little bit. So the room we just came from is my strength room. This room is my game room and home theater kind of room that I happened to put my cardio, conditioning, and agility stuff in, just hoping it didn't take up too much space. I kind of have some mixed reviews on it, but this is what I have for it. I have a Concept 2 rower. I have a Torque Fitness M1 tank push sled, 30 feet of AstroTurf that's rolled up, and a Rep Fitness battle rope that goes on the anchor on the wall there. I also have a Rogue Echo bike that I was using earlier. It's a pain. And I also have a boxing Muay Thai setup, but that is in a different room as well. And maybe we'll get to it, probably not. But let me set this up and see what it looks like. Okay, as you can see, this is how I have my cardio set up. So the Astro...
This dude is definitely not cutting any expenses with the equipment he has in here. Normally, if somebody has like a $30,000 gym, it's in this huge, wide open space. And that's not necessarily the case in all of them, obviously. So it's interesting to see the way that he's implemented everything. All of the equipment that he has, for the most part, is like top notch. That tank is not cheap, obviously, nor is the Echo or the Concept 2. He has turf. This is a pretty sweet gym so far.
The turf is primarily only for that push sled. It's just so I can get a little bit better grip on the ground and I'm not damaging the actual tile itself. This really only gets used indoors in the winter because I live in Michigan. There's an abundance of snow. Makes doing push sled outside very difficult. My battle rope, you can kind of see the anchor on the wall behind it. That's where I put my battle rope, and I can do this whole length with the battle rope. My Concept 2 rower sits right here, and my Echo bike sits right here. And I'll show you my favorite part of my entire gym. Okay, so I put the AstroTurf away. Like I said, I only really use that for the push sled. Otherwise, this area kind of looks like this when I have my cardio equipment out. This right here is my favorite part of my entire gym areas, because anybody that does cardio for fun is just a little bit crazy in the head. So to justify doing cardio, I bought an 85-inch TV. Does it help? Yeah, sure. Maybe it's a placebo effect. I don't care because I kind of enjoy cardio a little bit now, but I use my Concept 2 rower and I use my Rogue Echo bike. I kind of alternate them, so I'll do a HIIT workout on this, and then I'll do maybe like 20 minutes on the Echo bike or 30 minutes on the Echo bike, and then one week I'll do that, the other week I'll swap, so I'll do a HIIT workout on the Echo bike and then I'll do a little bit longer on the rower. I basically picked the two most punishing pieces of cardio equipment to burn yourself out the quickest. That way, if I didn't have a whole lot of time and I just wanted to do something and put myself in a torture chamber, I could do that. But like I said, this is my favorite part. Is it practical? Not at all. Did I justify it somehow or another? Working on it. But let's wrap up the video. Okay, that is my home gym. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.
Man, Nick, thank you so much for sending in your home gym. Very different than a lot of the gyms that we see on the channel. Couple reasons. One, it's much smaller than almost every gym that we have on the channel. If you count just your main space, obviously, I mean, you had a disclaimer, you kind of cheated a little bit by having the cardio area outside. A lot of people just skip the cardio and go into the weight area. So I think you absolutely crushed it using that space. Definitely the most well-equipped 12 by 9 gym that we've seen. And if you took everything out and included all the different parts of it, one of the most well-equipped gyms overall that we've seen. So kudos to you, Nick. Everybody comment down below what your favorite part of Nick's home gym is. And while you're down there, don't forget those links down below. Do support the channel, as well as the link that takes you to my website so that you can submit your home gym. It's obviously free to have your gym on the channel. The more people that submit your home gym, the more videos I make and the more ideas you get to steal. So it's a win-win. You're helping everybody out and then everybody wins. It's great. It's fun. And we get to talk about your home gyms. But anyways, my favorite part of Nick's home gym is, I'm actually going to go with the Titan Fitness functional trainer. Reason being, we don't see those pop up very often. Reps has been really popular. Not as many people have been talking about Titans. Sounds like it's a great option. It doesn't take up all that much space. I mean, he was able to fit it in a 12x9 gym, so that's pretty cool. And I'm gonna link that down below if anybody does want to check it out. My second favorite part, I feel like this needs two. Hopefully that's okay. My second favorite part of Nick's home gym, I'm actually going to go with the turf strip. That might come as a surprise. He had a ton of cool equipment inside, but a lot of stuff, we've kind of seen some of it before. We haven't seen very many home gyms with turf, especially just a sheet that you can roll up or put it down. That's pretty cool. I appreciate the creativity in that, and we will see you next time.